Hey there, welcome. I am Glorious Steel. I love knives, and so this is my first knife review. Uh, I don't do a whole lot of knife reviews. This will be my first one. Hopefully, I'll do more. I have a good collection. I'd like to share it and share with you other knives that I see coming our way. First knife I want to review, one by a collaboration between Kunwu and Metal Complex. It's the Excalibur. I kind of love that he called it the Excalibur. I mean, um, it's a high mark to live up to, Excalibur, but you know, he made a good knife. Kunwu makes good knives in general. It's a cool knife. This one is a Vanax knife. It's, you know, I have to say, just starting out, I am not a person who can normally flick a knife with the back finger too easily, but man, this knife really does flick with that back finger really easy. It is crazy how easy it works. One of my favorites for that, and I think he probably made it so it would be. It's got some timascus here on the accents, timascus on the clip, timascus on the accent right here. It is a frame lock. So, and this is the cool part. It's a full integral titanium frame. So, integral billet of titanium was used to make this knife. Then he's got the diamond pattern on the bottom, which is a great diamond pattern. It gives it nice and grip. He's got a stop right here. The stop, I think, is to keep these locks from overextending. This thing runs on bearings, so it closes pretty nicely. I'll be honest, this the thumb stud is a little bit hard to push out, but it works good. But yeah, that back finger flick, pretty great. I don't know why I put this in here. It's a nice touch. It looks cool. But I don't know what it does. I mean, maybe it helps with the back flip that I'm saying it's good at, but I think it's the hole that I'm using pretty much. I like that we have the little place for your sitting your finger right in there. It's a great knife. Vanax steel. Vanax steel is great steel. It's a nitrogenated steel. What does nitrogenated steel mean? It means that they use that nitrogen to increase, in lieu of some other things, they use the nitrogen to increase its corrosion resistance. So when you hear nitrogenated steel, that typically means that the steel is going to perform really well in corrosion environments. You know, if you look at some of those other sites out there and how they rank nitrogenated steels, they rank pretty high. There's the this Vanax, which, you know, it gets 10 out of 10 on a lot of these places for how well it does against corrosion. You have LC200N. That is also a nitrogenated steel. And, you know, I've heard stories about people taking LC200N and just sticking it in salt water for a long, long time, and it doesn't corrode. So Vanax has that same performance. So theoretically, it would also be able to sit in water for a long, long time, salt water in a long, long time, and be able to be okay. It's not as tough as LC200N, but it does retain its edge quite a bit longer. It's got similar performance to MagnaCut, maybe a little bit less tough than MagnaCut, but a little bit more corrosion resistant, and keeps its edge a little bit longer. It exceeds things like S30V and other more kind of older super steels. It is a great knife. I really enjoy carrying this. This one also has a DLC coating. You'll see with my knives, I'm not a big fan of blacked out knives. They're a little bit too tactical for my taste. I'm not a real tactical knife carrier. I don't hang around in forests or shadows and try to avoid reflections too much. It's not my thing. But I do like the DLC finish on this. And so DLC is Diamond Like Carbon. Diamond Like Carbon's pretty good. It is a hardened, it's a carbon coating on the outside that is diamond-like. What does that mean? It's not as hard as a diamond, but it will sure take a lot of stuff to scratch it. So that should mean that this blade doesn't scratch very easily, and neither does the titanium on this thing. The timascus does not have that coating, so the timascus has already got roughed up from some stuff. That is okay. I use my knives, and so they're going to get a little bit scuffed. Some people are offended by that. I am not. I am okay with using my knives. I do like that they have a little logo in there for Metal Complex. Well done, him. This is a great collaboration knife. I really do like it. Knife is, so this grid is a 1/2 inch grid. So each square is a 1/2 inch. So I've marked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inches. If I start right here, you see this thing is a little above 8 inches. I think the Kunwu website says it's 8.38 inches. It does look like it's a little bit longer than that to me. The width on this thing is about a 1/2 inch. Sure enough, fits in between 2 squares. That's great. Blade thickness, that is 0.137 inches. That's a very specific number. It's a good knife. I really enjoy it. Is it the favorite of my collection? No, but I'm definitely carrying a lot now. So great for back flicking. I've already talked about that. Harder to thumb stud flick, right? Yeah, it goes out there like fire, but if you release it, it closes really nice. So it's got a really nice closure on it. Things I don't like about it, I don't like the clip. The clip's beautiful. It is a gorgeous clip, but it's this bit right here. Some people complain about it being too sharp. I don't have a problem with that. It's the bit inside. The little point on there, if you can see it, I don't know if you can see it very well, but that little point on there, if you can see it, it is too sharp. And what does that mean? That means that when it goes in and out of your pocket, it just kind of burrows a little line down your pocket. I'll be honest, I will probably at some point take this off and round that out somehow. It's going to ruin my pants. it's going to tear through my pants. So I don't want it to tear through my pants. I'm going to eventually round that out. I know I will lose the beautiful timascus finish on it, and I feel like functionality matters more to me than the beauty. This also came with a wire clip, so you can take this off. You can put a wire clip on there instead. I used that wire clip for a little while. The wire clip just bent. It doesn't fit in the rails spots too well. The fastener for those rails is kind of too short for it. I shouldn't say too short. It's not wide enough to hold the rails down effectively, so the rails continued to bend out of the way. It didn't feel good. Eventually kind of got sloppy in my pocket. So, great knife, Metal Complex and Kunwu. This one retails on their website right now for $429. They had it at $499, but it is $429 now. I think when I bought it was $429. So, yeah, that's the knife. This is my first review. Please support, add some comments. If there's something you have a question about on this, let me know. It is it's a pretty cool knife, but there might be something that I talked about that you want to know more about. I'm a structures guy, so I know a lot about metal. I know a lot about steel. I know a lot of how things should be built. So ask me questions. I'm happy to give you answers. I hope you all have a great day.